I think if they win out, they're still going to stay in the mix ahead of LSU. LSU needs the two big boys to lose, and they need one of those two teams to lose.
One of them. Okay. Okay.
And the one that could lose is Boise because they're playing better playing
Fresno State
right.
and then at Nevada.
So there's an outside chance we could see an LSU TCU national title game in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yes.
A chance.
A chance.
Because I don't think Stanford's going to leapfrog anybody.
Yep.
Although the only game that they lost, they had a big lead against Oregon at Oregon and then got blitzed in the second half. That's the only game. And Andrew Luck is having a great game, a great season. So, I mean, you can make an argument for Stanford.
Yeah, you could definitely make an argument for Stanford. I mean, look, they have one of the better. I think they have the best quarterback right now in the country, Andrew Luck. I think he seriously is the best quarterback, just as a player.
You think he's actually been more talented than Kellen Moore?
If you're an NFL quarterback, if you're an NFL scout,
right?
What are you looking for in a quarterback?
How he can play in a pro offense, pro style offense.
That's what
pocket, passer, arm strength.
Isn't that what Andrew Luck is?
And isn't that what Kellen Moore's doing at Boise?
Yeah, sure.
Albeit against weaker competition.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why Andrew Luck has the slight.
But the Pac-10 is not that great this year, overall.
That's the slight advantage that Andrew Luck.
I know
has.
the WAC conference stinks, but the Pac-10 is not a great conference this year. Although Arizona's played well, of course you got Oregon there, and he did play well against Oregon. Southern Cal's not the same kind of a team. UCLA's bad this year. Washington's bad this year.
But
Washington State, Arizona State.
But it's still, there's just tough. It's just the competition.
Well, that's a tough call.
It's a tough call. That's why you got to go by who has he done all this to, and that's why. Look,
let's say for argument's sake, Buffalo gets the first pick. Buffalo's on the clock. All right.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Now you know Buffalo needs a QB.
Andrew Luck.
All right.
I'm telling you.
And then Carolina number 2 pick goes out to Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Yes. Cam Newton is not even going to be in this whole situation. Cam Newton's not.
Oh, he'll get drafted.
Cam Newton's not. No, he's not going to be a pro quarterback. Are you kidding me? Because I can tell you right now, when you see Cam Newton, who do you see? I can tell you who I see. Who do you see? Come on. Same conference. 5 years. Within the last 5 years ago, he played for LSU.
You talking about Jamarcus Russell?
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, but Jamarcus Russell was not like Newton. He was a drop back passer, was not a runner, big guy with a bazooka for an arm, just overthrows everybody.
The same guy.
Cam Newton is like a poor man's Michael Vick from college.
Poor man's Michael Vick.
Yeah,
this guy's
huge. Michael Vick was better than Newton, a little bit better as far as that type of a quarterback. But Jamarcus Russell, I don't know. Jamarcus Russell, a different type.
I just see a lot of Jamarcus Russell and Cam Newton.
Why?
Because of what
Newton runs. He makes big yardage with his legs. Jamarcus Russell didn't do that.
If you stood both of them next to each other.
I don't care about that.
They look exactly the same.
I know. We're talking about style.
Okay, fine. If you want to put style into the equation, then okay, sure.
What kind of a quarterback?
Cam Newton's a good quarterback.
Newton is a double threat, where Jamarcus Russell was just a threat with his arm in college, but not in the pros.
Yeah, but Cam Newton's a big runner. He's a big guy that runs. Not like Michael
So
Vick.
why can't he play in the pros? Because he's got the ability to throw the ball, and he's a big quarterback. Vince Young.
Okay.
All right. You want to use comparisons? Vince Young, big, strong, with a good arm.
What has he done?
He's gotten hurt. I mean, Vince Young has had his moments. I mean, Vince Young has had his moments. There's my comparison. Vince Young.
Cam Newton has that. I just don't see him being a good quarterback in the NFL. If he proves me wrong, good for him. Right now, I just don't. I just see him as a bust. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Why? I mean, number one, he's got all these allegations up against him, and that's not even going to hurt him.
That's not going to hurt him in the NFL.
That's not even going to hurt him in the NFL.
No.
I just seriously think that once it comes down to it, in the NFL, you need to be able to throw the football. And Cam Newton is not a throw-first quarterback. He's a run-first quarterback.
Right.
And that's what's going to hurt him. He's like Tim Tebow. That's why Tim Tebow's not playing right now. But he will.
Tebow is playing right now.
Tebow is playing right now, and he's actually getting better. That's because he could throw. Tim Tebow is a two-headed monster. He could stand in the pocket and throw a football.
I question his arm a little bit because in the pros, his best throws were those little drop back and he used to do those little jump passes. I never liked his arm that much because remember, Tim Tebow, every single snap in college was in a shotgun.
Yep.
Right? Cam Newton will take snaps under center. That's something that Tebow had to get used to in the pros.
Let's leave it at this. All right. Final point, guys.
And they both play in the Southeastern Conference.
Final point. We don't know until we see him in the NFL.
Right.
And if he does do bad, then kudos to me. If he does good, kudos to you.
It'll take him more time to develop in the NFL than a Moore or a Luck.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes.
Because he doesn't have their arms. I give you that. He doesn't have their arms.
Right.
But some of the most, I'm not going to say mediocre, but some of the most okay arms in the history of the NFL have gone on to great careers.
Tom Brady? Yeah.
Montana.
Joe Montana is a perfect example.
Montana didn't have like a super arm. He had an accurate arm, and he just knew how to win. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
We're going to have to see.
Exactly. It's a big weekend.
I still think he'll get drafted no later than the second round.
I will say second round.
All right.
I agree with that.
Luck and Moore will be 1-2.
Where do you think he would go? Real fast. Where do you think would be a good fit for him?
Jacksonville.
Okay. Jacksonville would definitely have the integrity to draft him like that. Yes,
right.
You're right. Completely.
Seattle.
Seattle's another good spot.
Hasselbeck's not going to be around forever.
No way.
It'll give this guy a chance to develop. I'm talking about quarterbacks who are.
How about Miami?
Miami. How many quarterbacks? We have 5 quarterbacks on the team. You're going to give up on Chad Henne?
But hey, look, Cam Newton could. Hey, you want a good quarterback that can run the Wildcat? Cam Newton. That would be a.
But they don't use a quarterback
force.
to run the Wildcat.
They can.
They got Brown and Williams in the game at the same time.
Listen, final thing.
The Wildcats are designed to have the quarterback out in wide receiver spot.
Hey, you know what? Cam Newton can catch the ball.
Yeah.
So
that could be
double pass a little. They can open up that playbook. That would be a good fit for Cam Newton. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Predictions. Who plays in the title game? And I'm going to write this down in pen.
Oregon, Boise State.
Oregon, Boise State.
Yeah. I'm backing away from the microphone just so I can just lay back and hear your reaction. Just hear.
I'm having a tough time going against that. I just don't think Boise, whether they leave, I'm going to say TCU one way or another is going to get in.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like?
They
to see
are
TCU
becoming.
Would you like to see TCU Boise State?
I know. I know a lot of people would love to see that.
Absolutely. I would love to see that.
That game would draw so much. Even the networks like that game would draw so much attention, and be so much intrigue about these two teams who got squeezed out last year and were forced to play each other last year in the Fiesta Bowl. Now they go back to the Fiesta Bowl in the title game. That would be great.
Awesome.
Anyway, once again, great week. A lot of good stuff. Great stuff. We're going to have one show next week, Tuesday.
Pretty much the same deal. Preview, review.
Right.
Boom.
We only got because of the holiday. Anyway, not the triple coverage anymore. We're now the double coverage. The Mike and Sean show. We still come at you a lot of good stuff. Post your
comments.
Post your comments. We want to read your comments. We want to bring your comments here and talk about it, and then we respond to your comments, and you respond to us. So, Mike and Sean, we'll see you next week. This is the double coverage show from the studios of Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Have a good weekend, everybody.